for example, with college students, I would talk to them and say, I'd ask them, what their biggest concerns were. And almost all of them said student loan debt. Am I going to be able to get a job, in my chosen field once I get out so I can pay all this student loan debt? And I would say, what are you majoring in? And they'd tell me, and almost always whatever they were majoring in was specifically for whatever their chosen field of work was. And I'd say, well, let me ask you something. What if instead of having to spend 4 to 8 years in university and run up 5 or 6 figures of student debt, what if instead you could do like a voluntary apprenticeship or internship program with people who are in the type of business that you want to get into, where you would apprentice directly under them or intern directly under them, and you do it for free or a small stipend, but you wouldn't be running up, tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and it wouldn't take you 4 to 8 years. It would take you considerably less time and cost you far less. And until you reached a point of mastery within that chosen field of work, where the consensus within that profession was that you had met that level of mastery where you can now do it professionally, either yourself or under someone else. And they all said, that's a great idea, but I can't do that. And I'd say, but why? And they'd say, well, because I have to go to college. And I'd say, but why? And they'd say, because I have to get a degree. And I'd say, but why? And that's when they got it, because of bad, arbitrary, centrally planned decisions that were made on their behalf by government, that in order to do the type of work they wanted to do, they had to go through a certain amount of schooling to get a certain type of degree to be able to get a certain type of license. And once you speak to them that way, now all of a sudden they don't want free college. They want the government to stop telling them how to get into their chosen field of study or chosen field of work.